Yes, welcome back to Horse Racing today for Money Monday at Parx. Originally, I thought it was just going to be Terry there because I kept clicking on me and I wouldn't join the show. There, Mr. Terry, did you have a nice weekend?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty nice. How about you?
It was okay, for sure. Today, 10 races at Parx. Free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet. There's a link in the description as we get started for Thanksgiving week. Ton of good racing today. Del Mar's running. Free track is Finger Lakes. They got 3 really nice stakes races going over at Mahoning Valley today, as well as I think 7 or 8 stakes races going on at Zia Park. So make sure you take advantage of the early stuff there this week. Hello, Mr. Don Johnson. How are you today? Thank you for joining us. If, like Mr. Johnson, you have some thoughts you'd like to share with us, kindly do so in the comment section. If you're watching on X, please retweet. If you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, please follow, comment. We'd greatly appreciate that. I should have put this up there for guaranteed tip sheet. There you go. All that good stuff today, Mr. Terry. But we're here to talk about Parx. We'll start in race number 1. This one's 7 furlongs. Terry didn't have the time this morning to do the profile of winners, but I can tell you 37% of the time the horse that gets the lead keeps the lead, particularly if they're on the inside of the course. We have our smart sheets, Terry, to help us identify who will be where and some other angles as well. There's a link in the description on YouTube. You'll also find it at horseracingtoday.net when the show is over in the main article. Explanation on how to use them as well. Terry, we see one clear-cut pace setter likely in the opener today.
Yep, that's right. It's a 7, and it's kind of on the outside, not all the way, but out there.
Pick 4 win it today. We certainly hope so. I had a couple of them last week, so hopefully we can have some more. One of the things we like to pay attention to are horses that have shown that they can hit the winning par speed level. 74 in this case, Terry. It looks like we only have a pair that have accomplished that.
Yeah, the 1 and the 2 both have equaled or exceeded the speed par number for today's races, and then the 4, 6, and 7 came within 5 points of doing that.
Yes, in our Par Plus, we do 1,000 simulations to see how often in our simulation a horse hits par. You see here only 151 times. Did the one horse breeze through time manage to get that done? Pretty big class dropper here with the 2, moving down almost 3 lengths. Terry, as far as class is concerned, do you see any that stands out for jockey trainer combos?
Well, the 8 has the best jockey. 7 has the best trainer, but I think the 7 has the best jockey trainer combination. And let's see, I think that's the 4 has a pretty good jockey as well.
As far as our race shape, you got 2 that want to lead, a couple of co-pilots in there, a quartet of closers. That usually favors speed in there, Terry. It looks like a pretty open race, minus maybe the 2 yes horses. So we want to see C-zone, comfort zone, short for that. Horses that are likely to get a race today that matches their best performances, and plenty of them getting over 50%.
Yeah, several of them do, but the one that has the highest is the 9. It's at 89.36%.
Yes, the co-pilot type there. We see here the 4-horse, 5-point last race speed figure edge. According to Andrew Beyer, 3 is the hurdle you're looking for. As you pointed out, that 7 has a lot of early pace. The 3 has the most late speed. Pretty competitive with the 7 and the 2. 7, your top total pace, about 8 points better than everybody else. 5 points equals 1 length. So if you add early pace and late pace, 7 could win by maybe a length and a half. Terry, is that how you see it in race number 1?
Well, actually, I like the 4 above the 7. The Purple Lulu won last race at Parx Racing. Highest last race speed rating, has a high percentage winning turner, and a top jockey. Then I like the 7. It's sure thing. It's a sure thing. Switches to high percentage winning turner, wins 27% of the races when taking a horse from a sprint to a route to a sprint, and returning to a sprint could help. Frosted Lace, the 2 is my 3rd choice, drops in class today. And best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Reason Through Time, the 1. Long shot, finished in the money 2 out of 4 starts at Parx Racing. Rel Close is winning at an 18% clip and has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, we're both starting off with Purple Lulu. It is that top last race speed figure horse, 5 points better than everybody else. Also like that the fact that this horse was better with early pace, mid pace, and late pace in its most recent outing. Then I have the 2-horse Frosted Lakes, one of 2 yes horses along with the 1. fairly consistent. And as I pointed out, it is your biggest class dropper, moving down almost 3 lengths. Big move. Number 1, breezed through time. It's the other Yes horse. Did run a Z pattern. Z patterns look like this, folks. You had early pace here, 78. Then it drops down to 68. And then a rebound in the stretch, a second wind. That's your Z pattern on the 1 horse. And then finally, it's a sure thing. Strong chance to be the pace setter. Top total pace, 8 points. We'll see if in the opening race, if speed is the way to the winner's circle today at Parx. No additional bets for me. I know our friend Don Johnson wants to see our second set of bets. There you go. It's the way we see race 2, Don. As they make their way to the back of the gates there, Terry. It is Thanksgiving week, so we will be off Friday. No Foreign Friday this week. Did have an okay Foreign Friday at Hong Kong. And then we'll be off Thursday as well. But between here and there, Terry, we'll do Parx again tomorrow. And then we'll do Churchill Downs on Wednesday before we break for some food, fun, and family. In the meantime, Terry, you can help grow our family by doing what?
You can go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and next, and go ahead on the YouTube channel, hit the little bell. That'll notify you about all the programs coming up. And then copy the link at the bottom there and share it with all your friends, relatives, neighbors. I know they're going to like what they see when they come and check us out. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Skies at Horse Race at number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And keep these comments coming in pics as we like to see them, and it really helps with our arguments.
So in race number 1, let's see if we have any nice overlays here. The 1 horse is 10-1. The 2 horse, 9-2. There's a little bit of an overlay for you because we have that one at, well, no, 6-1. So really no overlay there. The 3 horse, 15-1. The 4 horse, Purple Lulu. No, the 5 horse. There's your first overlay. The 5 on a maybe horse. The 6. No, the 7. Looks like no on the 7 as well. The 8 and the
Real
9.
Big one on the 8.
Yeah, looks like the 8 is the one to play there. So maybe you get yourself one of those the key boxes, 8 all. And if that 8 were to come home your winner, it's got a pretty good C-zone in there too. It is also the second-rated semi-odd horse. Second-rated top total pace. Got a good jockey in there too. So
yeah,
you never know, Mr. Terry.
Got a lot of things that boxes checked off there. So
as you like to say. So they're off and running in the opener today. And right now, Laugh Like Lucy is your pace setter. And then I'm not quite sure. I think the 7, it's a sure thing, is to the outside. And there's that long shot 8 in there, Terry, in a good striking position. Down on the rail, it looks like the 3 horse, Mama Pick, has decided to get involved early. It's the 5 horse, opening quarter in not too fast, 23.94 seconds. That's for 7 furlongs, so really not that quick at all. The 8 horse, we see why it went to 55-1 because it is going backwards at the moment. The jockey's out on the 7, so that's not pretty good for that horse, is the 7 and the 8. Go backwards. The 5 continues to set the tone, although it looks like the 4 horse is getting engaged. The 2 horse down on the rail, making himself an effort. The gray horse. 5 horse still out on the lead with the ease, and it looks like maybe today might be another one of those days, Terry. If you get to the front at Parx, you got a good chance of winning, unless he starts to shorten stride. Doesn't look like he is shortening stride. It looks like the 6 horse might be the one. Al Gimam, that might come up and get him. Oh, that's the 2 horse. 4 horse is finally starting to get his stride. But the 5 horse is going to go wire to wire. It's going to go 5, 4, 2, and 6. 5, 4, 2, and 6 in the opener. We had the 5 in that early pace there. He wasn't no horse. 5 did have a strong C-zone to boot. The jockey was, you pointed out, a pretty solid jockey in there as well. So maybe some reasons to take the 5 horse off a better early pace last time out. That one went off at 20. You know what, Terry? I think we missed the overlay on that one too, because all my markings, because I'm a mess maker, Terry. That he was 11-1 according to our simulation odds, and he went off at 23-1. So pace setter overlay, there you go. Could have had him, but we didn't. So
he was my first alternate. So
we sucked in that one there. All right, I'm going to go over my phone and see the show. Okay, Don. Just over here now on the phone. Yeah, all right, looks good. Does it look better on the phone or on the computer today? Race number 2 is what we're going to do now, Terry, hopefully a little more successfully than we did race number 1. It does start the first pick 4. for our friend Stuart. So hopefully we can accommodate you today. We certainly hope. Whole bunch of these races today at 1 mile and 70 yards, Terry. A $1.70 on the main track. Stalkers, you do want to be middle forward. Inside, better than outside, and still nearly 3 out of 10. Get the first call at the first call and the first call at the final call. If you're looking for a horse that's likely to get the first call at the mall, what will it be?
It would be that 8 horse, as you can see. It's got 33%, followed up by the 6 and the 2.
And we just saw a horse get to the lead and keep the lead. So if they can get to the lead, he is what you call a co-pilot type. Everybody wants to be middle back. Got an interesting horse in here with the 2, the lone PC, Max Glory. Strong enough C-zone, but if 4 and 8 go too slow, the 2 could take charge. If they go too fast, just sit in front of the closers and try to outrun them to the finish line. Usually that requires a good jockey and trainer, Terry, and it looks like the 2 might qualify at least jockey-wise.
Yeah, the 2 has a good jockey. The 6 has a good trainer, but I think the 1 has the best jockey-trainer combination.
Could well be. The 6 horse, Earl of Dassel, a 4-point last race speed figure edge. It's also your simulation odds favorite and your top total pace favorite. So maybe the 6 horse is the one to take out to start the early pick 4, Terry. And you think 1 has a chance to get it done?
Yeah, I like the 3, Union Perfection. Won last race at Parx Racing, trained by a high percentage winning trainer and can handle the distance. And then Earl of Dassel, the 6 second choice, ran second versus Tupper last race, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer. Max Glory, Max's Glory, the 2 is my 3rd choice, has a high percentage winning jockey, can do well at today's distance. Regal Pains, the 1 is my long shot. Row Post is winning at 20% speed, top speed at today's distance, fastest dirt time among today's starters and trainer, and ridden by high percentage winning team. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson, Miami Vice, pick 4, 1, 2, 3, 6 with a 1, 3, 5, 6 with a 2, 4, 6 with a 1, 6, a $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with that 6 horse with the top total pace edge of 6 points. Simulation favorite, top total pace in the money, 5 out of 5 at Parx. So a fan of the Ben Salem track. Union Perfection, your top choice, Terry, in the money also at Parx regularly, 7 out of 8 races. Catching a weight break today and good chance to be forward in the opener. We saw that was not a bad place to be. Regal Pains, the 1 horse, only yes horse in the field, did show better early pace. And we talk about class droppers. It is the only class dropper in the race. And then finally, I have the 2 horse, Max's Glory. My final choice has faced better for sure. But this horse either runs a really good race, only twice in the last 10 times, or a really bad race, 8 out of 10. So it's tough to back a horse that's 20% good, 80% bad. So I left him out of my pick 4, so you know which one you can solo, folks, Max's Glory. I'm going to go 1, 3, 6, 1, 3, 5, 6, 1, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6. With all those 1s in there, our good friend, we haven't heard from yet, Private Ross, got to be worried because when Rich goes 1s, usually gets the job done. Race number 3 is on our itinerary next, Terry. If we look at the 3rd race, let me pop that up on the screen. We see we're going to go 1 mile and 70 yards. Maiden claiming $16,000. The maidens, we do want to pay special attention to that winning speed figure. It seems to be the greatest indicator of who might have a chance to win. And so we're looking for horses with a yes, Terry, and we find 2 of them.
That's right. You take a look there, you can see the 5 and the 6 have a yes, and that 2 came within 2 points of getting the yes in the last race. And then starting today, it looks like the 3, 5, and 6 have a chance to equal or exceed today's speed races.
Along with being a yes horse, the 6 horse and better early pace, better fractions, the only one in the field. Your biggest class dropper is that 3, Terry, the one you mentioned, did have a good chance to, small chance to go par plus. These maiden races are usually won by speedsters, Terry. It looks like everybody but the 2 will get out there and try to go wire to wire.
Yeah, they all have a lot of speed, so it's anybody's guess who's going to get that quarter pole first.
I'd say the edge does go to the 6, though. It has a little bit more early pace than the rest, though. Everybody's to its inside. Really no true pace setter here. Everybody middle back. The 1 not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line, although it does have your best C-zone.
Yeah, actually it does. Yeah, but followed up by that 6 who's got a pretty good C-zone as well.
So you see here, except for the one, 1,500 to 1 odds. Everybody's pretty tightly knit there. Down here, you see the same. You got the 3 and the 6. Their top total pace, a pretty big gap. I like to look for gaps when I'm looking at the top total pace in there. So you see there's what, about a 7-point drop off here between the 6 and the 5. So maybe you take the 3, maybe you take the 6, Terry, but maybe you take something else if you want the best jockey trainer.
Well, actually, the 2 is scratched in here. So it turns out that the best jockey trainer is the 1.
When did he scratch?
Late. He scratched at 11 o'clock my time. So
all right. So he just came out of that race. So, well, good thing neither one of us has them in our picks then, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you got?
Okay. So for me, I like the 5 Sunny Magic, placed in 5 of 9 starts at Parx Racing, drops in class today, trained by a trainer with a 21% maiden claiming win rate. And then Rogue Prince, the 1, drops in class today, rail post winning 20% clip, trained by a trainer with wins 22% of maiden claiming races that he has horses running in. 6 Hard Performer drops in class today, can improve in the 3rd start since layoff and can improve while returning to a route. Son of Delilah, the 3 of my long shot, has a high percentage winning jockey. That's it.
Sunny Magic, yes horse, Z pattern, good workout between races. Keep the horse sharp. 6 Hard Performer, the other yes horse, better early pace, better fractions. 3 Son of Delilah finished second when he ran at this level. And then, well, you got to have somebody last, the 1 horse. Rogue Prince, most upside perhaps in just the 3rd career race. And I would call this one the biggest pure dropper. And what I mean by that is pretty simple. Here you see goes from maiden claiming 40,000. The 2 is not in the race, so we don't have to worry about that one. This one looks like the biggest class dropper at maiden 65,000. But if you see down here before, the horse did run in maiden 16, did finish second, but off by a pretty good margin. Everybody else, well, this one, the 4 horse, pretty good sizable drop as well, but has run at maiden claiming 25. Twice, not coming home the winner, but did come home close the last time out, and then maiden 10. So you can see that that one is the biggest pure class dropper. No bets for me in what turned out to be a 4-horse race. Terry, I guess Stephen Fielder's take the longest shot in a 4-horse in a 5-horse race. Might play true to form in that one, and we both have all in our pick 4 there.
Yep.
I mentioned that there's a lot of them at 1 mile and 70 yards. There's another one, optional claiming. Again, inside 3 speed tends to be the best way to find your way into the winner's circle. In race number 4, do we have any such horse?
Well, 6 shows a lot of speed, followed up by that 1. So I think it just depends on who gets the best break and actually gets the best decision by the jockey.
As far as par is concerned, 84 is the number that the average winner has shown. So far, only the 4 able to get across that barrier. Mr. Terry, as far as your comfort zone, though, is concerned, somebody else takes that nod.
Yeah, the 6 has the best comfort zone. It's 59%, so it'll be pretty comfortable in this race.
Yeah, so here you have the 6 horse, Loney. Good chance to get on the lead. Top season, over 50%. That usually works. Everybody else is middle back. Who is at the top, Terry, of the jockey trainer list?
4 has the best jockey, according to the data, and the 6 the best trainer, but I like the 4 as the best jockey trainer combination.
4 also scores out 8 points better than everybody else on the last race speed figure, tied with the 3. For simulation favorite, the 4 has the biggest in-race edge, about 1.5 lengths in terms of late speed. Again, 5 points equals about 1 length. About the 1 horse grades out as your top total pace horse. So you take the 4 with the speed, you take the 1 with the top total pace, or you take the 6, Terry, to get out to the front and stay there.
Well, I take the 4 with the speed. Decrypt placed second against similar last time. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I take the 6, Desert Air. Won the last race at Parx Racing, can handle the distance, and has a high percentage winning trainer. 2, Keeping the Faith. Won the last race at Parx Racing. Has a top trainer. Then I like the 1 is my long shot, Light My Way. Finished 3rd versus similar last race. Rail post winning at a 20% clip. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the 2nd, Miami Vice. Don Johnson pick 4, 1, 2, 4, 6 with a 1, 2, 3, 6 with the 1, 5, 7 with the 2, 9, a $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with the 4-horse 2, Encrypt. That one is that big last race speed figure, faster by about a second in that race. So great improvement, and does have a maintenance workout in between races, so the regression may not be there. Light My Way showed some speed and fade in the debut. Should be as good or better in the second start after a layoff. Desert Air, good chance to be the pace setter there with that top C zone by a good margin, and that's usually a scary combination, especially when it's not in your picks. And then finally, number 3, Mutabir, track dropper, better across the board, and aside from the 4, it is a maybe horse in terms of the par speed figure number. Everybody else is a no. Also better across the board there. That's usually a good sign as well. My pick 4 is going to go 1-4, 1-2-5-6 with the 1-3-4-7, and then the 2-7. I left the horse out of there, so I can put another one at the back end. So, you know what I'm going to do, Terry? I'm going to put the 6 here in the opening leg with that speed. Why not, right?
Okay.
Because I can do that because I didn't put enough horses on the back end. Unless I want to go at the – let me just look at the last race in that series. See if I want to do something else over there. No, I'm going to go like that. 1-4-6, 1-2-5-6. So that means, Terry, that the well, we have every horse in here, so one of us is going to have the winner. It's not how we design it, but that's how it worked out.
That is
10 races. That means race number 5 ends the beginning of the first half of the card, and much like many of the others in the series so far, you're looking at a mile 70 where inside 3 speed does best. Terry, take it away on the smart sheets for race number 5 as to who's likely to be the tone setter early on.
Well, they're mostly on the outside, and the 4 and the 5 have the closest speed to one another. They're going to go head to head to that quarter pole.
So Mahoning Valley, you want to?
It's running right now, Mahoning Valley, and right now the 4's in front with the 1 trying to get to it, and but I don't think it's going to. I think the 4 is going to go all the way. 1's going to run second, and looks like the 5 will run third.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. 4-1-5. The 4-horse going off at 6-1, Terry.
All right.
Pretty good number right there. If you played that 4-horse, right?
Hopefully you did.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's the idea. If you're playing horses, that you pick the winners, right?
That's right.
You know, there's not always. Sometimes that's easier said than done, right?
It is.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the 4-horse was the second choice over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet in the opening race there. So hopefully you played that one. All right, Terry. So you talked about some speed over here, the 4, the 5. Well, we didn't talk about speed because we got sidetracked with Mahoning Valley. So what about the speed?
Well, yeah, we did. I said the 4 and the 5 could go head to head to that quarter pole. So.
All right. So you got a perfectly balanced race here as far as two pilots, 2 co-pilots, and 2 sitting in coach. Our C zone points to 3 horses, Terry, likely to get trips that they like.
Yeah, the 1, 3, and 6, but the 1's going to be the most comfortable in this race.
So, yeah, it does look like the horse is coming off the pace. So maybe the pace will be a little bit too hot for everybody in that mix. Terry, maybe not. The 6-horse does look like it has a pretty good jockey trainer combo.
He does. He has the best. The 3 actually has the best trainer as far as data goes, but the 6 has the best combination.
Yeah, for the first time today, we see a horse with over 50% on the par plus, so 538 out of 1,000 simulations. Big Earn McCracken, that 2-horse ran a speed figure of 79 or more in our simulations. Also ran a speed figure 3 points better than everybody else. Pretty heavy simulation favorite there, Terry. Top total pace favorite to boot. Does the 2-horse take home the top prize in race number 5?
I actually like the 6, Churn and Bernie. Drops in class today. Wins 29% of the claiming races in the second start with the trainer. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Then I like the 1, It's Authentic. Ran second versus similar in the last race. Route post winning at a 20% clip. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Bermuda Triangle. The 3 is my third choice. Drops in class today. Switches to high percentage winning trainer. Has a high percentage winning jockey. And then I like 2, Big Earn McCracken as my long shot. Third in a tougher turf race last time. Drops in class today. Early speed suits the shorter distance and can improve off the dirt. On the dirt, I mean. And that's it for me. No bets here.
Mahoning Valley. Race 1. The 4-horse one, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. It was 2-1, I think.
The 4-horse was 2-1.
I think
Oh
so.
yeah, because I have the wrong race up. Yeah, 4-horse was 2-1. The 8-horse finished second, right? That was, and then
Yeah.
the final. I had a race number 2 up. I was kind of confused for a minute because I was looking at the horses' names and I'm like, what is going on here? So it went 4, 8, and then what was the other horse I was in there?
5.
The 5, K-Kid. So over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, they did have the trifecta in their top 4 picks. 4, 8, they had the exacta in their top 2 picks. So if you haven't gotten Mahoning Valley, again, did point out today, 3 big stakes races to close out the card. Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There's a link in the description on YouTube over at horseracingtoday.net. Use that so you can take advantage of them as well as all those big races at Zia Park. I'm going to go with Big Earn McCracken as my top choice in race number 5, Terry. Reason being, Big Earn is a top last race speed figure edge, is your simulation favorite, top total pace, did run better fractions last time out. All reasons to expect a pretty good race today. Number 6, Churnin' Bernie is Jamie Ness on a track dropper. Does have an interesting jockey choice with an apprentice who's raced 4 times, 2 wins, and a third. So off to a fast start. It's authentic. The 1 horse, the Yes horse with the top C-zone. Finally, number 5, No More Stones. It is another one of those track droppers with some early speed to boot. I'm going to do a $5 exacta key box as I start to put some of my Benny and the Bets bucks to work. Terry, we have a $100 budget to make some suggested wagers. 2 with the 1, the 5, and the 6. The strangest since we started doing these Benny and the Bets, I have found that the most effective bet for me has been that exacta key box, Terry.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So if I ever start to go back to those tournaments, that's going to be my my betting go-to, if you will. Second half of the card, we'll start with race number 6. Here they're going to go 6 furlongs. It's a maiden special weight race for 2-year-old horses, fillies. 76 being that speed figure. So the Spirit of 76 in Philadelphia. And it would be better on July 4th. But nonetheless, we are looking for horses in race number 6 that have that ability to get to that yes button, Terry, and we see nothing but a red light.
That's right. All of them have not exceeded or equaled the speed part number, and the only one that, according to the data, has a chance to do it today is that 7.
Yeah, and the 7's also the only one to show better pace and better fractions last out. That's pretty good. Got a couple of first-time starters. Ordinarily, we like a score of 2.5 or more, but they absolutely 1,000% merit additional consideration when everybody else is a no, Terry. I don't think we have to look very far to figure out which one's going to say yes to taking the lead.
Yeah, that's that one. It's got a lot of speed, almost double or almost triple the speed of anything else that's ran.
Yeah, 102. That's like an early pace number that you see on some of those stakes race horses. About a length and a half faster than everybody else out of the gate, although the 7 should keep that one company. If you want late legs, the 5 horse, about a length and a half late speed average over everybody else. And then you got the 7 as your top total pace horse down there. Terry, who's your top total jockey trainer horse?
Well, the 1 has the best jockey and trainer, so it's going to be the best combination, I think.
7 wants to be out on the lead. The 5 wants to close. The 1, 2, and 6, wants to ride in shotgun position. 1, 2, and 6, they want to do better than they have so far, not finishing within 5 lengths of the leaders. The 3 and the 4 are your first-time starters, Terry. We have a barbell, but a pretty big edge in terms of C-zone for the rail horse.
That's right. I like the 1 there, Exciter. Highest last speed rating, highest trainer, and has a top jockey. And then the 5, extra sexy something.
Cutie type.
Cutie pipe?
Cutie pie?
Okay, cutie pie. Okay. Anyway, placed in 3 of 5 Parx races. Fastest dirt speed among today's starters. Trainer and jockey have high win rates. And then Fake, the 7, has a trainer and jockey who have high win rates. And then I like 3 as my long shot. This is a first-time starter, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 50% of the debut maiden special weight that he has a horse running in, and has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
You know what's interesting over at Mahoning Valley? Even though the 4 was a co-favorite with the 8, the $2 exacta paid $25.80.
Wow.
2 to 1s. Yeah, that's pretty good. The 50-cent trifecta with the 3 favorites paid $23.90 for 50 cents. So kind of shocking considering the fact that all of them were near the top of the odds.
I think part of that was because especially that 4-horse dropped right. You know how they do when the gates open, it drops, and then coming into the stretch, it drops again. That's what it did. It was up there before the gates opened. So
funny business, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it won't be funny business when we see the Exciter take home the top prize in race number 6. I like Exciter because he showed some speed and then he faded in his debut. More stamina today, and the switch to Michael Sanchez helps for the top C-Zone horse. Number 7, Eek. Eek? Yeah, we'll call it Eek. What the hell? Eek. This one's making its 3rd start of its career. And I think you'll see, not necessarily a rebound, but a lot of times horses in their 2nd start, if they don't improve a lot, you see that improvement show up in the 3rd race. And then I'm going to go with a couple of first-time starters versus nose. That's going to be Ricey's Rocket and Mi Amol. I'm going to do a $1, 50-cent trifecta box with the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 7 in a race that looks like it could be wide open. I think we got, about 3 minutes, it looks like, Terry, to race number 2?
Yeah.
At Parx. We got some 1 minute, but let's see where they are on the track. Yeah, they're still kind of mulling around. So let's just run through race number 7 really fast, and then we'll make our picks. We'll pick a couple of key data points out of the smart sheets and go on. Another 1 mile and 70 yards in race number 7. Terry, we've talked about that one favoring inside speed. So why don't you point out a couple of things in race number 7 on the smart sheets that stand out to you?
Well, there's an inside speed horse there. The 2 has a lot of speed, so it should do very well. And it's also the best jockey trainer combination. The 2 also in the last race equaled or exceeded the speed par races, along with the 7 and the 9. And then as far as today's race, the 2 has the best chance of doing it again.
A lot of horses showing some improvement last time out. A lot of speed in this one, though. Could favor horses that want to come off the pace. Bunch of horses going to like the way this one sets up. Exclusive Dancer, 8 points on the speed figure edge. 2 horses you pointed out, a 1 length early speed edge, Terry, and the top total pace. So who is your top pick in race number 7 to start the late pick 4?
I like the 2, Smooth Motion. Finished 3rd as a favorite last race, but the trainer wins 28% of the time when bringing beaten favorites back. Drops in class today. Jockey has a high win rate. The 9, BD Saints, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer. Exclusive Dancer, the 7, ran 2nd versus Tupper in the last race. Highest last speed rating and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 8 as my long shot. Won last race at Parx Racing, likes the distance. I'm going to play the last Miami Vice, Don Johnson pick 4. I'm going to use the 2-7-8-9 with the 1-5-7 with the 1-3-4-6 with the 3-9, a $48 ticket.
Yes, I'm going to go with Smooth Motion, the 2 horse as well. Out front, 5-point early pace and top total pace horse. And their Exclusive Dancer, the 7 horse. That one is your top last race speed figure, 8 points better than everybody else. Is a yes horse on the class drop. A small one, but still a class drop. Number 3, Just Be Honest. Highly consistent performer. You're going to have to beat that one because it's not going to beat itself. Then finally, the 9 horse, BD Santis. The last of the yes horses should be better in the 2nd start after a layoff. After track dropping in the 1st start for Jamie Ness. My pick 4 is going to go 2, 3, 7, and 9. And then the 4-7. I'm going to go with the 1-4-7 and the 3, 4, 8, and 9 as they load for race number 2. Never mind loading. They're off and running in race number 2. And according to our C-Zones in race number 2, our smart sheets, we're looking for, there's a bunch of horses, kind of 2 horses running kind of green right now out there, Terry, up on the front. He's got the 4 and the 6 in the mix with him. And then the 8 is running in the chase position with the pink on. They're making their way around the turn. 24 seconds flat for 1 mile and 70 yards. Could be a little on the quick side. The 4 horse and the 6 horse have emerged as your pace setters right now. Then you have the 2 falling back, the 7 and the 8 getting engaged as the 6 has moved his nose out. Right now, the 3-horse Terry is the one that's coming the best, but he's going to have to make a pretty wide trip. Looks like he's going to have to go 3 or 4 horses wide, as a lot of horses have a good opportunity to get themselves to the finish line. The 3 and the 6 right now, and the 8, those are the horses in the front. The 3 and the 6 are moving along pretty easily. It's going to be a question to see which jockey asks which horse to go first. Looks like right now the 6 horse has not been asked to go. The 3 horse has been. Really tough to run wide like that and win a race if you're that 6 horse. The 3 horse, they're coming down the stretch. The 6 horse has finally been asked to go. He kind of runs in front of the 7 horse there. He's shortening up his stride. Looks like the jockey on the 6 is trying to let the 7 back into the race. He's not really asking the horse to go, showing him the whip, and he wins. 6-7, 4-3. And then I think that's the 8 horse, but I'm not sure. 6-7, 4-3. Terry and I both find our way forward in the early pick 4. As we take a look to that 6, Earl of Dassel, that 4-point last race speed figure, was a maybe horse in the mix there, Terry. And he also graded out as your simulation favorite, also graded out as your top total pace. So plenty of reasons to think that 6 horse would be the winner, according to Smart Sheets. Race 8, I don't know, Terry. I think we're probably closing in on your best bet pretty soon.
Yeah.
Race 8 is another one of these maiden races. This one is for maidens 2 years old. And as we talk about in maiden races, you definitely want to pay attention to that speed figure being an 80 in the 8th race, Terry. Do any of them have the 80 ability?
Well, the 4 shows that it's done that in the past. It's either equaled or exceeded that speed par number, and it also shows like it has the best chance to do it again today.
Yeah, the 7 to maybe horse within 5 points. So again, first time win seekers got to pay attention to the yes, maybe the maybe under certain circumstances. No first time starters over here, but we do have a horse with the 7 that has second race par ability for Wave Rider, that maybe horse. That means with typical second race improvement, that horse could do well, Terry. When the race gets started, who's most likely to be doing the best?
Well, it takes a look like the 1 and the 6 have the most speed. If you go down to the C zones, that 1 has the best C zone, so it's going to be very comfortable.
Yes, Quaker City in the state of Quakers. Good fit there. Also a lone E type in there, Terry. 4. That one showed co-pilot ability. The 7 showed closing ability. 2, 3, 5, and 6 have shown so far haven't been interested in coming within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. So, Terry, the 7 does have a pretty good trainer, maybe not so hot on the jockey. So if you want a jockey, where do you want to go?
That's that one, and it's actually got a better combination than the 7. So the 1's the best jockey trainer combination.
Just the 1 also showing some better early pace and fractions last time out. Love that dual level improvement. The 4 horse also with that same early pace, better fractions pattern. 4 last race speed figure, 11 points better than everybody else. It is your simulation favorite, barely over the 7, although the 1 does take the top total pace crown, tied with the 5 up in there, Terry. So who wins race number 8?
I like the 7, Wave Rider. Ran second and only start, has a high percentage winning trainer jockey and good 5 furlong workout on November 18th. Then the 1, Quaker City, finished 3rd in the last race. High percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 26% of the races in a horse's first route race and has a high percentage winning jockey. Gray Bull, the 5 is my 3rd choice. Ran second versus similar in the last race, can improve at the longer distance, has a high percentage winning trainer. Higher Sense, the 4 is my long shot. Ran second versus similar in the last race. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me as it's coming up in the last race.
Yes. Well, we got 2 races to go. Wave Rider, the 7 horse with that second race par ability. I'm going to do that. There's 1 yes horse in this race, and everybody else is a no. That 1 yes horse, that one is the 4 horse. Higher Sense. It is the yes horse. Top last race speed figure of 11 points. Simulation favorite, better early pace, better fractions. Good price. Quaker City, Another one of those horses making its third start of the career today. Horse could boom or bust. Finally, number 5, Gray Bull, Jamie Ness, Ruben Silvera, a very difficult combination to pass up at Parx. Those two used to be the most dynamic duo. Third race, boomer bust ability with that one as well. No additional bets for me, Mr. Terry. 2 races to go. Race number 9 begins the late daily double. Is this one going to be 6.5 furlongs, Terry, for race number 9? 6.5 furlongs tends to favor horses that have some early speed, particularly horses that are on the inside 3 posts, really accentuated at 6.5 furlongs. So, but the speed belongs to the Buffalo girls, Terry.
That's right. The outside 2 horses have the most speed there. And so we just have to see who gets the best break and gets there. Although there's some other speed in this race too.
There's definitely plenty of speed here. If you look at the race, I mean, look at this. Everybody wants to either be a pilot or co-pilot. Only the 4 wants to close. So if the 4 had a really strong C-zone, you'd want to be hot on that one. But it looks like the horses that might get the best races are elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true. You take a look at that 9 and you take a look at the 5 and the 6. They all have a pretty nice C-zone, followed up by the 3 with above 50%.
And here we see that pattern again of early pace improvement with the 4 horse and the 6 horse Butter Kisses with the better fractions. Really good there to see that. Your biggest class dropper here is the 9, Little Cool Bean, along with the 5. Music Clarification, dropping a length or more. Terry, no dropping for the 1 horse with terms of jockeys.
Yeah, he's got the best jockey, but the 4 has the best trainer, and I think the 4 has the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yes, Celestial Speed showing a pretty good overlay. Maybe one other overlay to look at in here.
Yeah, you can take a look at the 3, which is 4 to 5, 10 to 1, and the 4 has an overlay from 9 to 5 to 8 to 1. So there you go.
Yeah, 4 grades out as your simulation favorite. The 5 as your top total of pace favorite. This race looks pretty wide open to me, Terry. So how did you take it?
All right. Well, I like the 3, Mo Attitude, won the last race at Parx Racing, highest last speed rating, and a high percentage winning jockey. Then Butter Kisses, the 6, likes Parx Racing, finishing the money 100% of the time here, winning 33% of those starts. Likes the distance, finishing the money 100% of the time. Then I like the 1 as my third choice. Rail Post winning at a 19% clip, has a strong 21% win rate on the second start after claiming a horse, the trainer does. And then best dirt speed among today's field and paired with a successful jockey. Then I like the 4th, my long shot. Last out, second on an all-weather track. Trainer wins 35% on the first race after claiming a horse. And early speed benefits from sprint distance. Blinkers are on today. Solid 4 furlong workout, November 13th. No additional bets for me here.
Truth or Consequences? That's my top pick here. Track dropper. Certainly seen better horses at the likes of Churchill Downs and Keeneland. Does have some speed and one of the biggest class drops in the race today. Casilda, the 1 horse, is another one of those track droppers. Does have some of the most, if not the most, back class in the race. Celestial Speed, 4 horse. That's your simulation favorite. Better early pace. Better fractions. Bullet workout between races. Celestial Speed might show some Celestial Speed today. And then the 5 horse Music Clarification. Very steady horse. Ranks very high. I'm really not a big fan of pen shippers that are 0 for 2 at Parx, but also grades out as your top total pace horse. I'm going to do a $7 exacta key box. The $5 exacta key box. The 7. I'm going to put Terry's top pick in there along with the 1, 3, 4, and 5 as I continue to build on mine. Benny in the bets bucks. Final race today, Terry, by the process of elimination. That means this one has to be your best bet.
It is.
We're going to see the second of the 6 furlong affairs today, where you're looking at horses that have inside speed. The inside 3, definitely the place to be, Terry. So in the finale, well, there's the 2 horses inside speed, but it looks like another is the one they're all going to have to go giddy up and catch.
Yeah, that 9 has got a lot of speed. That outside horse, well, it's not totally on the outside. And I should let you know that the 11 was a late scratch today. So
Late scratch where? In this race?
yeah, the 11 horse.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to factor in anything we do, Terry. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. As far as the race shape is concerned, well, with that 11 being out, well, he was a lone PC. That would have been the only angle I would have looked at there. Pretty balanced race. You got 2x2x2x2. So it is a Noah race in there, Terry. But it does look like there's a standout from a C-zone.
Yeah, that 86%. So it's going to be feeling very comfortable running in this race, a lot more than the rest of them.
Yeah, the 9 horse up front could be comfortable. If he gets the right pace, he could go all the way. As far as improvement is concerned, you got the 9 horse, Cold Feet, better early fractions, better early pace for the first quarter mile. The 4 horse, Amazing Woo, Ronnie Woo Woo, if you're a Cubs fan. God rest his soul. Better early pace and better early fractions. 2 class droppers. The 6 is your simulation favorite, though, Terry, although very tightly packed up in here. The 4, your top total pace. Who's your top total jockey trainer combo?
Okay, well, that's going to be a really toss-up between the 3 and the 5 because they both have good jockey trainer combinations, with the 9 having a good trainer. So,
Here's our good friend, Private Ross. I knew you'd be in here today. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate that, Private Ross. There's your crypto codes. Take a look at that. Terry's best bet coming up in just 1 second. I'm going to do a little foreshadowing for you folks. Before we get to that, Terry, real quick, as far as your best bet is concerned, drum roll, please. Though I gave it away, Terry, who was your best bet?
Number 9, Cold Feet, likes Parx Racing, been in the money 50% of the time, wins 17% of the starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then 3, Golden Candy is my second choice, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Amazing Woo, number 4, likes Parx Racing also. He's been in the money 73% of the time and won 36% of those starts. Finishing in the money at today's distance, 67% of the time, winning 33% of the starts. Mac Daddy, the 6 by long shot, Mac Daddy 2, ran second in the last race and has a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to bet 20 to win on number 9, a $10 exacta box 3, 9, a $10 exacta 9 with the 3, 4, 6, and a $5 exacta box 3, 4, 9. That's it.
Yes, this is for Parx Racing angle. It isn't 1,000% for that. I have the 9 horse, Cold Feet. Should have some hot feet today, Terry, because that one should be out on the lead. And if you look at his past performances, when the 9 horse has gotten forward, he's run his best. Let's see if I can page down any slower than I am right now. Here's your 9 horse. When he gets to the lead, look at that success, Mr. Terry. He's won, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 races when he's been the tone setter. Good chance to be the tone setter today. For me, the second pick in this spot is going to be the 4 horse. Amazing Woo Woo. Ronnie Woo. If you know what I'm talking about, if you're a Cubs fan and you went to the games in the 80s and the 90s. But anyway, Mr. Amazing Woo, probably the most consistent horse with some better early pace in its last. And again, in our roster of shows on the YouTube channel, if you search for Craig Milkowski, he will tell you from Time Form US and their research, they found horses that improved through the opening half mile of their prior start tend to do well in the next race. Number 3, Golden Candy. In the money, 7 out of 9 races at Parx. That's pretty good. Dropping in class today should make it a little bit easier. And then finally, Tough Constitution. By far, as we pointed out in our smart sheets. Again, you can get a link to the smart sheets in the description on YouTube. But you see here on our screen, 86% by far the best C-zone in a wide open race. And I have found over and over and over again, those top C-zone horses in wide open races do exceptionally well. And you can do exceptionally well with the smart sheets if you also take a look at the explanation on how to use them. That is in the description on YouTube. And it will also be right over here in just a minute over at horseracingtoday.net. We will post our picks as well as our Benny and the Bets, a race replay. And in the description in YouTube, you will find, we will timestamp every race. So you can come back and watch race number 10 to see why Terry thinks the 9 horse should be Cold Feet, hot feet today. While you're there, hit that HRT gear button. Come on over here and get yourself some horse racing today outfits. You'll look fantastic for the holidays for sure. Again, free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet over at Finger Lakes. There is a link in the description on YouTube. You will also find them at horseracingtoday.net because we try to make things as available and as transparent as possible. Our full picks for today, Terry, looked a lot like this in race number 1. The 5-horse Tacoma, the top prize, didn't make it in our picks. The 6-horse was the winner in race number 2. The way we see the rest of the card looks like this. We do have some commonality down the card, but not totally. And as we take a look at our bets, race number 1 and race number 2 are in the books. Race number 3, no bets. Race number 4, the second of the pick 4s. Hopefully we can hit 1 or 2 or 3 of those for Stuart today. Race number 5, a $5 exacta key box for me. Race number 6, a trifecta box, 1, 3, 4, and 7. Race 7, the late pick 4. Race 8, nada. Well, we should have probably put a little bit of money on Wave Rider. It's a nice price there. We both agree. Race number 9, we did put some money on the 7-horse there with an exacta key box. Race 10, Terry's best bet. And for me, a trifecta box with the 3, 4, 8, and 9. Terry, one last time today before we move up and out of here. Tomorrow we'll do Parx. Wednesday, we'll do Churchill Downs. Off Thursday and Friday. And to catch the Tuesday and Wednesday show, what do you do right now?
Well, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Doesn't cost you anything. And go ahead and hit that little bell because that'll notify you about 30 minutes before the programs are going to start. And then go ahead and copy the link and share it with all your people that you know so they can come check us out. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Horse Race at number 2 day and give us a thumbs up and a like. And keep these comments coming like you've been doing all day today. And any picks you like Private Ross has a bunch of picks that he's put up there. We'll just have to see how they work out. And other than that, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, indeed. No matter what you're doing, as you get prepped for the Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States, we certainly hope that you have God's grace, God's favor in everything you do until we get back together again tomorrow for day 2. A terrific Terry Tuesday at Parx ends up in the
winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Make it a blessed Monday. See you tomorrow.